Welcome, guys. There's a lot happening with the Bitcoin price. There's a lot happening with the Zen ecosystem, DXN. So we're just gonna take a look at it and see where we could actually be going here. I'm just gonna make sure that I tweet out the stream here so we can get more people in here, and we can actually get started and kind of go from there. All right, guys. Just making sure that we're live here. Okay, looks like we're live. All right, guys. So we just received a very big indication that DXN just broke out of a big downtrending market. Overall, we can see that we've been putting in lower lows and lower highs for a very long time. Now, there was so much hype coming into DXN overall, and then we started, putting in these downtrending lower lows and lower highs, and then eventually just maybe looking for a bottom here around every time that it was dipping around $2, guys. And then finally just breaking out of this particular range. Now, what we want to see on the fib retracement levels is that we want to, particularly, you can see that we're currently getting rejected at the 236 area, which is coming in around $5.27. I think if we can just break above this particular area, we're gonna start consolidating a bit in this region, gather a bit momentum. Now, we do know that DB's NFTs are launching pretty soon, in September, October. So this could be the start or the hype to leading up to that. Can it be like buy the rumor, sell the news type deal? We don't know yet, because we still have a very long way to go before we can actually gather more momentum. And we do have a long way to go. We're still in July, right? We have August, September, October. So we got 3 more months, guys. We got a quarter basically to start building a bit of a consolidation phase, right? Moving away from this downtrending market, building a bit of a consolidation pattern here, and then hopefully breaking off, because we do have some resistance along the way, right? We are gonna be most likely coming in above 236, and then our major target would be around 382, which is around the $8 area. Now, on the macro time scale, what I'm particularly looking at is the $22 area. Okay, that's the most heavy resistance that I see here, coming in this particular region. So on the macro time, we have a long way to prove ourselves in terms of DB Zen, and then hopefully in the short to medium term, we can get that consolidation phase and then kind of move away from that. So this is good to see that DB Zen is getting some hype. It's good. We haven't seen this in quite a bit of while, since coming in all the way from June 08. So this is nice to see what's happening with DB Zen, guys. Again, with Zen really not phased, still kind of consolidating on the lower time frames around the 1116 area. So like I said, we still want to see Zen try up above the 1260 resistance line, turn that back into support again. Hopefully we can do that. That would be phenomenal, knowing that there's a few developments happening with Zen, and then with September, October leading into that, you want to basically have your mints coming out during that time. That way you have some liquid Zen. Maybe Zen starts to basically pop off from there. Now, with what's happening with development, with Jack is saying with VMPX and all that cool stuff, I know that this is going to be an explosive year for Zen. Hopefully going into December, right? So you want to continue minting, guys, during these phases, these few months. That way you have some liquid Zen coming out. Knowing that even just purchasing on the market, these are great levels to get into, right? So again, we're still looking for Zen to really get above 1251 area. Really nothing much changed on the shorter time frames. The most that has changed that I want to talk about is Bitcoin in particular, guys, because you can see this massive 4-hourly candle basically just went up by $1,000, guys. Went from 30,300 all the way to $30,800, and then completely just giving that away back to the market, guys. You can see here we've been discussing for the past couple weeks we want Bitcoin to basically stay above 30,400, and it seems it's having trouble, right? We did close this particular 4-hourly candle above it, but the next candle just completely gave that away. And we can see that the liquidations that are coming into this, that are basically trapping these long traders in, basically just had almost a 50, what was it? From what we can see from the 4-hourly right here is about $38 million in liquidation just in 4-hour time span, guys. So basically just trapping some of those longs in and shorts as well too, getting some of those traders on the wrong side. And, you know, this is basically what happens. This is the game, guys. This is the trader's game. We're continuing to consolidate in this region, basically continue to basically bore people out. This is what's happening here. Now, I do want to show you something, guys, which is the range delta indicator. So this range delta indicator, what it is it's paired up with the Heikin Ashi. And what Heikin Ashi candles do is basically they can tell you the trend or the momentum that the underlying asset is under. Now, you have because you have that paired up with the Bollinger Bands, you can see this particular red line every time that we get very close to this particular red line. That indicates that we are overbought, okay? And when we get to very low levels on the green Bollinger Band, that basically indicates that we are oversold. Now, you can use that indicator just to get a general idea on the higher time frames, but that's not what I like to use this particular indicator for. I like to basically match it up with a volatility indicator and a trend indicator like the EMAs. So with that being said, what we want to see, I built out a strategy and backtested this particular strategy, and this is basically you're looking for BBWP to get below 17, and you want your Heikin Ashi candle to close above this blue or yellow line. Now I did change it. The default color is blue. I just changed it to yellow. This is what you need to pay attention to. So on the 6-hourly, guys, what we're looking for is for a closure above this particular yellow line, followed up with low BBWP readings. When you have that condition met, you basically enter your trade. Now, with that being said, I went through and back tested about 25 to 30 iterations of this. So I'm just going to bring you the results so you guys can actually see this. And what we can see based off of this, the upper side of this will bring you about 4.6%, okay, to the upside. Now, to the downside of this will bring you about 7.81. So you are really going down in terms of numbers when it comes to the downside of this. Now, this particular strategy is neutral, so non-directional. So you really have to play this in terms of the market overall. But let's play with the numbers. Let's take a look in terms of this. So we can see the upper side of this brings us about 4.16. So with that being said, 4.16 from the actual entry conditions that were met right here. So we closed above this particular yellow line with low volatility. That basically indicates you enter your trade. So with that being said, a 4.6% would put you just roughly around, we would say, around 31,500 area, guys. I'm just going to bring this down so you can actually see it. So just roughly in particular to this wick right here. So that's where the main resistance comes in. Now, on average, that would bring you, with this indicator, about 2.55%. So 2.55% would actually bring you just around where we're currently getting rejected, right? Where we see this particular big wick coming in. So 2.55 is sitting around $30,900, guys, which is very close to our particular wick right here. Now, because this is turning into a heavy bearish momentum for the market overall, we can see if we go on the 4 hourly, guys, like I said, we gave away a lot of these gains, right? We gave away a lot of these gains. Now, I want to see this candle in the next hour or so, this 4 hourly candle, basically close above 30,400. Okay, so I do want this candle to close above that. That way we can actually continue this particular momentum. Now, if we're not able to, the market is in an uncertain state right now. We're just continuing to consolidate in this region. But with that being said, if we bring back our actual strategy, we can see that the downside target of 7.81%. So where does that bring you? So if you take your extrapolation point, 7.81% brings you just around $27,900. So the upper side of $27,000, which is putting you back in this area that we kind of broke out of for a very, very long time, guys. So you can see that would basically put you back in this area right here, guys. All right, so 7 and about 0.8, so around $27,000 to $29,000, guys. So you're just coming back at this support structure right here, which is there's a lot of support for that. So yeah, this is basically getting traders on the wrong side, liquidating them. You can see on the 6 hourly candle, guys, this is very bearish. Okay, you can see this long wick, very bearish long wick, guys. Okay, it doesn't spell too well for Bitcoin overall, meaning that the bulls are exhausted, trying to basically pull us all the way up here to the main resistance line and not being able to break above it. Okay, so this is showing signs of bearish momentum overall. Now, with that being said, if Bitcoin breaks below this key $30,000 area that we've been talking about, a lot of these altcoins are going to take a hit as well too. Okay, so we've been discussing how you should be protecting your portfolio, right? If you're trying to hedge against a trade, maybe take a short-term trade here on the shorter side of this. That way you can hedge with your portfolio. Now, these are just the results, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing in particular with this strategy. This is going to continue to, play out overall. We do still have some time before this is actually finalizing, because we can see from this particular strategy, this takes about 34 hours to complete on the upside, and if we were to go down, this takes about 53 hours to complete on the downside. So if you're to take 34 hours, you're just looking at right here, guys. So a day and right here. So you're looking more like a resolution till tomorrow afternoon, around there, guys. Okay, so that's for the upper side of this. But again, these are the results that I'm showing you here. Zen really not moving here, just hovering below that particular support structure we broke below. DXN broke out again. We want to see some consolidation pattern occur. DB, Zen, Nifties are around the corner, so this is good as well too. So we'll continue to basically track this. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. What do you think in terms of the Zen ecosystem? Are you basically accumulating overall? Are you continuing to basically mint? Or have you bought in at lower levels on DXN right here? Because this can turn out to be a very good level for DXN in the long term, guys. Right? If there's a lot of developments happening in the DB Zen realm, this will look like a great buying opportunity for the macro term, guys. I mean, you just went down, heavily overall, coming down almost 97%, guys. So very heavy drawdown. But are you accumulating? Are you getting in at these low prices? That's basically what matters. And is this just going to be a false breakout that we saw in this one right here? Because you do have these false breakouts, guys, right? In a downtrending move, you do have these false breakouts that basically happen, that come up to the trend line. But, breaking out right now and holding this particular area will look good for DXN for the long term so far. So I'll leave you off with this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, this live stream. I do like these live streams. They're a little bit more mellow overall than the regular videos. And if you have any questions overall, any crypto assets that you would like me to go over, you can always put it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to go over them. But I'll leave you off with this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Until next time, bros, as always, stay profitable.